everyone, my name is Vina, aka Miss VOC Reader, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm sitting in front of my Christmas tree. I am doing some filming, trying to catch up on content, and trying to get this house decorated because I was doing a bit of remodeling in the living room, and it's been a time. But I have been reading this December, so I did want to give you a little update on what I've been reading. The first book that I finished for the month was Counterfeit Courtship by Sunithia Williams. If you've been following my channel, you know she's one of my favorite romance authors. I love how she writes these just grown, secure, sexy characters. And this is the third book in her Heart and Soul series. And it follows youngest brother Tyrone, who has a reputation for being a bit of a player, and some women have been saying bad things about him on social media, and it's really affecting like the chance for a second season of the ghost hunting show that he and his brothers have. So he is out at an event trying to be seen for the network, and he ends up kissing this makeup artist named Kiara, and somebody catches it on camera, and it's kind of circulating around the blogs. So to dead those rumors about him being a player, he convinces her to fake date him. So she's actually struggling a bit in her makeup artist career, and she was hoping to get the job on his show. So it works out that she gets the job because she's dating him. They get like cute little footage of their relationship to play off on the camera because they are on a family channel, so they like to see like those cute little behind the scenes things, and they're trying to incorporate that into season 2. And this was just a really good romance for me. I like that it was fake dating that made sense, first of all, because I have read a lot of fake dating recently that just felt so forced. Like there was no reason for them to fake date. So I like that they actually had a reason that was mutually beneficial to the both of them, besides let's just fake date to fake date. And I like how you kind of saw Kiara play the role of the perfect girlfriend. She was like the girlfriend who never argued with him, the girlfriend who had to just face the rumors and stand by her man. And Tyrone kind of falls for that because he feels like that relationship where it's so easy going and great, he's actually thinking about like turning in his player card and actually becoming like a regular boyfriend. And she wants more, so she's not ready for that. And it was just a really good time. Highly recommend this one. So after that, I decided to read one of my Kindle reads because I did make a video earlier this year talking about all the ones that I needed to read before the end of the year. I did not read all of those that I needed to read before the end of the year. But it's okay because I did get to pick up One Snowy Seduction, which is part of the Bays of Christmas novella series. This one is by A.C. Arthur, and this was just a fun, quick read. So very, very sexy, probably like the sexiest story that I've read from A.C. Arthur, and I have read a few from her. So basically, this woman decides to go to Christmas spend Christmas in the French Alps instead of spending it in her usual hometown with her family, because she spends like her Christmas club account money on an auction and ends up not winning. She's actually the runner-up, but the winner doesn't claim the prize. She gets to this chalet in the Alps, and when she's there, she runs into one of her best friends from college. He actually sponsored the chalet as part of the auction, but did not realize it was claimed. His assistant hooked him up with this vacation, so it ends up that they have to spend the time there in the same chalet, and of course they have old feelings for each other that start to resurface. They end up having sex, and they end up contemplating to start a relationship. So this was just a quick, sexy read. You want something in the winter time. It's Christmas, but not too Christmassy, so it's just like a good winter vibe, and it just gives you exactly what you need. So then I read Never Cross a Highlander by Lisa Rain, and This one is one that has been on my TBR for over a year, and as we know, I don't even really read historical romance, so this was like stepping outside of my comfort zone to an extent. It was a little bit longer than the historical romances that I have read this year. So I don't like really lengthy romances. Um, I feel like under 300 is best, and this was about 450 pages, I think. So it was a little bit long at times. It's a very slow starter. It does have all like the classic historical romance tropes. I think if you're really a historical romance reader, you really enjoy this one. Like I said, it's a bit of a slow burn. So our main character, Elsa, she was a free woman living in the Scottish Highlands, and then she went to visit Stirling Castle and ended up captured and enslaved. So for the past 3 years, she's been enslaved in the castle, and she knows this tournament is coming up where people from her clan will be visiting, and she's hoping to make her escape. Callum is from a different clan, but also from the Highlands, and he is there to compete because his clan needs the money. It's interesting because he is a black man in like a very white clan, but they've kind of adopted him as their own. So he he secretly takes on the role of this being called the Shepherd, where he runs this underground railroad of sorts where he frees enslaved people. So he cannot stand to see the sight of all the servants working in the castle, and he frees the black people who are enslaved at the castle. While he's freeing them, he goes back for Elsa, especially because he sees her running in the opposite direction. He's like, what is she doing? She's going to blow all of our covers. So he kidnaps her, because you know kidnapping is like one of those key tropes in Highlander romance. So he kidnaps her and takes her along with them. The other people are not happy she's there. She's kind of like isolated herself from the rest of the servants because she she was like a free woman. She kind of had like this I'm not like you guys mentality, and then she's also biracial even though she doesn't know her father. So you kind of see that dynamic play off a little bit, but she decides to convince Callum to take her back to her clan, but she doesn't want to tell him who her clan is. She finds a way to hitch a ride to get to the Highlands, and you just kind of follow their journey along the way. Um, they did have great chemistry, which is what kept me reading, but sometimes Elsa got on my damn nerves because she just needed to be a contrarian all the time, and sometimes that really put them in harm's way. And it's like, girl, sit down, shut up, and follow directions so he can save your life. And I did want a little bit more interaction with other people because like I said, for a lot of times they were like on their own on this journey, or they were like fighting people, and I just wanted a little bit more of their interactions with other people. And I wanted to see a little bit more of Callum. He was very interesting. Like I said, he had a very interesting dynamic within his clan in that he was kind of adopted by them as a black man in a very white clan, and we got to see little bits of his life, but I just wanted a little bit more. And at the same time, I do think like the journey was a little bit long and this book could have been a little shorter. Overall, it was still a pretty good read, and I would recommend checking it out. Partners in Crime by Alicia Rai. So I didn't really have this on my TBR. It came up as a Libro FM influencer pick, so I decided to download it. I did read one other Alicia Rai book, which I really did enjoy, which was The Right Swipe. But Partners in Crime was just not good. It gives you the impression from the cover that it's like a rom-com, but there's not enough comedy for it to be a rom-com. It takes itself like a lot seriously, kind of like romantic suspense, except it doesn't have enough in it to be romantic suspense, because I do read a lot of romantic suspense and I enjoy it. I felt like it tried to be like a mishmash of both, and it didn't exactly do it well for me. I was also bored too because they did not have good chemistry for for like this type of story where they're going to be like around each other a lot and they're going to be scheming. like you need the chemistry to be there. And even with the sex scenes, oh my gosh, the narration was not only so bad for them, but they felt very technical. The dirty talk felt very, very, very dry. The male narrator did not do a good job on one of the sex scenes. It was terrible. So I don't recommend Partners in Crime. I think you can skip that one. And that's everything that I've read for the month of December so far. I'm currently reading Breakup from Hell, which is a YA fantasy, and it's about this girl who finds out she's dating Satan's son, and that so far that's actually been a quick read. I've been so busy the past couple of days cleaning and stuff that I just have not had time to finish it, but I flew through the first half of the book because I really liked that the pace was very fascinating. And at the point where I am now, the pacing is a little bit slower now that we're kind of where we need to be, where we got our big reveal after all. But like, I actually did like that she kind of sped through some of the setup and made it very quick and easy, because now we can just get straight to the action. So that's everything I have for now, and I will check in with you guys later this month. Bye!